Howdy, folks. Welcome to the second episode of Poorly Educated, the show where we break down complicated words and terms for our friends Elroy and Clyde here. Say howdy, fellas.
Howdy.
Today's term of the day is sock account. Now, Elroy, Clyde, what do you think a sock account is?
Ain't that where you keep all your spare socks when the dryer eats them?
Yeah, like a secret stash of socks for when you can't find a match.
I can see where you're coming from, but no, a sock account isn't about actual socks. A sock account is when someone creates a fake identity online to hide who they really are or to support their own opinions.
So it's like wearing a mask, but on the internet.
Exactly, Elroy. Imagine someone pretending to be a different person on social media, maybe to make it look like a lot of people agree with them or to cause trouble without getting caught, or posting negative comments on videos in a cowardly way.
So it's like when cousin Billy Bob dresses up as Santa Claus to get extra cookies.
That's right, Clyde. Just like Billy Bob pretending to be Santa to get more cookies, someone with a sock account pretends to be someone else online to get more attention or stir things up.
But why would anyone want to do that? Seems like a lot of trouble just to get extra cookies. I mean, likes.
Well, sometimes people want to make it look like their opinion is more popular than it really is, or they might want to criticize others without getting in trouble.
So it's kind of like when we use a scarecrow to keep the crows away from the corn, but on the internet?
Yes, Clyde, a sock account is like a scarecrow. It's a fake person used to trick others.
Well, I reckon if folks spent more time tending their own gardens instead of pretending, we'd all be better off.
I think you might be onto something there, Elroy. So remember, a sock account is when someone creates a fake identity online, not a place to keep your spare socks. Thanks for tuning in to Poorly Educated. See y'all next time for another round of learning.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Howdy, folks. Welcome to the first episode of Poorly Educated, the show where we break down complicated words and terms for our friends Elroy and Clyde here. Say howdy, fellas. Today's word of the day is asylum seeker. Now, Elroy, Clyde, what do you think an asylum seeker is?
Ain't that one of them folks from the nut house? Like that Hannibal Lecter fella?
Yeah, the ones that wear them funny jackets and try to eat people.
I can see why you might think that, but no, that's not what an asylum seeker is. And by the way, Hannibal Lecter isn't a real person. He's a character from a movie.
You mean to tell me that fella ain't real? I always thought he was out there somewhere chomping on folks.
Nope, just a character in a movie. An asylum seeker, though, is someone who leaves their own country because they're in danger and they come to another country asking for protection.
So they ain't looking for a nut house, they're looking for a safe house.
Exactly, Clyde. They're not crazy or dangerous. They're just folks trying to find a safe place to live because their home isn't safe anymore.
So, it's like when a twister comes through and we all run to the storm cellar.
Yes, that's a good way to think of it. Just like you'd seek shelter from a storm, asylum seekers are seeking shelter from danger in their home country.
And they ain't looking for no funny jackets or anything like that.
No, they're just regular people who need help. They might be escaping war, violence, or persecution.
I reckon I'd want to find a safe place too, if I was in their shoes.
Exactly, Elroy. So next time you hear about asylum seekers, remember they're just folks like you and me looking for a place where they can be safe and live in peace.
Well, shoot, I reckon we'd better make sure our storm cellar's ready for any visitors then.
That's the spirit, Clyde, and there you have it, folks. An asylum seeker is someone looking for safety and protection, not a place in a nut house.
Y'all come back now, you hear? Or just stop by. I love having friends for dinner.
Thanks for tuning in to Poorly Educated. See y'all next time for another round of learning. And for all you Christians out there, remember what Jesus said. What you do to the least among you, you do unto me.
Joe, it's John Barron. Huge fan of your podcast. Tremendous stuff. Listen, I heard you're thinking about voting for RFK instead of, well, you know who.
Oh, hey, John. Yeah, I've been leaning toward RFK. He's got some interesting views, you know.
Interesting? Joe, let me tell you, nobody's more interesting than Donald Trump. He's got the best views, tremendous views. He knows all the best words, even better than RFK.
Well, RFK is talking about health freedom and stuff that resonates with a lot of people right now.
Health freedom. Joe, Donald Trump has been the healthiest president ever. They wanted to put his picture on the Wheaties box. True story. And he's got stamina. He can outlast anyone. Believe me.
I mean, RFK also talks about climate change and environment, pretty big issues these days.
Climate change? Nobody loves the environment more than Donald Trump. Did you know he planted a tree once? An amazing tree. Everyone said it was the best tree they'd ever seen. Tremendous foliage.
Planting a tree, huh? That's a start.
Absolutely, Joe. And let's talk charisma. RFK may have the Kennedy name, but Donald Trump has the Trump name. It's on towers, steaks, even vodka. Who else can say that?
I guess that's true, but I'm still not convinced.
Listen, Joe, have you seen Trump's golf swing? It's a work of art. People come from all over just to watch him play. RFK can't golf like that. Plus, Donald has the best hair in politics. Unbeatable.
All right, John, you're making a solid pitch here.
Joe, just imagine the ratings if you voted Trump and talked about it on your show. Through the roof, people love it. It would be the most watched episode ever.
I'll think about it, John, but RFK is a pretty compelling guy.
Compelling? Sure, if you like soft-spoken and thoughtful. But if you want excitement and drama, nobody does it better than Donald Trump. It's like a reality show, but real life.
You know, John, you're really selling this.
That's what I do, Joe. I sell. And I'd love to sell you on the greatest president of all time. You won't regret it. I'm sure he may even release the Roswell files.
Nice. All right, John, I'll give it some thought. Thanks for calling in.
Anytime, Joe. Remember, Make America Podcast Again. Tremendous tagline just for you.
Nice. All right, John, I'll give it some thought. Thanks for calling in.
What an idiot.
My tweet's gone cold. I'm wondering why. I logged onto the net at all. The morning tweets fill up my feed, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be gray with your MAGA hats on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Dear Mr. Trump, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my email, and my Twitter. At the bottom, I sent 2 DMs back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at Twitter or something. Sometimes I scribble handles too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, fuck it, what's been up? Man, how's your campaign? I'm in Ohio too, and I've been fighting through the same pain. If I had 100 rallies, guess what I'd do? I'd hold them all like you, man. I'd be just like you. I heard about your buddy Giuliani too. I'm sorry I had a friend in prison over some fraud he got locked for. I know you probably hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan. I even got the MAGA hat you signed in my campaign van. My tweet's gone cold. I'm wondering why. I logged onto the net at all. The morning tweets fill up my feed, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be gray with your MAGA hats on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Dear Mr. I'm too good for my VP to be JD Vance. This'll be the last DM I ever send your ass. It's been 6 months and still no word. I don't deserve it. I know you got my last 2 tweets. I wrote the handles on them perfect. So this is my message I'm sending you. I hope you hear it. I'm in the back of my van by the river screaming out your spirit. Hey Donald, I'm so mad. I feel like you don't understand. I got all this media, man. It's all for you, man. I love you, Donald. We could have been together. Think about it. You ruined it now. I hope you can't sleep and you dream about it. And when you dream, I hope you can't tweet and you scream about it. I hope your conscience eats at you and you can't breathe without me. Well, gotta go. I'm almost at the border now. My tweet's gone cold. I'm wondering why. I logged onto the net at all. The morning tweets fill up my feed, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be gray with your MAGA hats on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Dear JD, I meant to write you sooner, but I've just been busy. You said you're living in a van. How's the view there? Look, I'm really flattered you would name your kids after me. And here's an autograph from your president. I wrote it on a MAGA cap. I'm sorry I didn't see you at the rally. I must have missed you. Don't think I did that shit intentionally just to diss you. But what's this shit you said about you like to burn monkey balls too? I say that shit just clowning, dog. Come on, how gullible are you? You just said you got some issues, JD. I think you know, you need some counseling to help your ass from bouncing off the walls when you be down some. And I just said, what's this shit about us meant to be together? And that type of shit will make me not want us to be with Melania. I really think you and your wife need each other. Or maybe you just need to, I don't know, are we done yet? This seems like a bit much.
Ladies and gentle beings, please welcome the one, the only Darth Trumpster.
Thank you. It's tremendous to be here on this beautiful Death Star. Isn't it tremendous? We got a lot of great things happening. We're going to build a wall around Tatooine, and guess what? We're going to make the Jawas pay for it. Just kidding, folks. We love the Jawas, don't we? They bring us all those lovely droids. Believe me, no one knows droids better than me. And we're going to drain the swamps on Dagobah. Yoda? More like Yoda must go. Am I right? We're going to bring balance to the Force, but only the good parts. None of that dark side nonsense. That's fake news, folks, fake news. We've got the best starships, folks, the very best. And we're going to make the galaxy great again by making the Empire first. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Now let's talk about the competition. We've got Joe Sky Biden, Sleepy Joe, not a chance, folks, not a chance. And Princess Kamala said, just said, she doesn't even have a lightsaber, folks. And let's not forget my secret weapon, Space Force. We're going to build a Space Force so powerful, not even the Rebel Alliance can stop us. Believe me, it's going to be huge. So let's get out there and vote. Vote for Darth Trumpster, the greatest leader the galaxy has ever seen. Together, we will rule the galaxy with strength, with power, and most importantly, with style. Hey, who hecking shot me? What? Mike Pence.
The galaxy great again with Darth Trumpster, let's all win. Build the walls and drain the swamps. With our leader, we'll never be chumps. So raise your sabers, join the fight. With Trumpster's lead, our future's bright. Vote for power, vote for cheer. Make the galaxy great again, right here.
Ladies and gentle beings, please welcome the one, the only Darth Trumpster.
Thank you. It's tremendous to be here on this beautiful Death Star. Isn't it tremendous? We've got a lot of great things happening. We're going to build a wall around Tatooine, and guess what? We're going to make the Jawas pay for it. Just kidding, folks. We love the Jawas, don't we? They bring us all those lovely droids. Believe me, no one knows droids better than me. And we're going to drain the swamps on Dagobah. Yoda? More like Yoda must go. Am I right? We're going to bring balance to the Force, but only the good parts. None of that dark side nonsense. That's fake news, folks, fake news. We've got the best starships, folks, the very best. And we're going to make the galaxy great again by making the Empire first. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Now let's talk about the competition. We've got Joe Sky Biden, Sleepy Joe, not a chance, folks, not a chance. And Princess Kamala said, just said, she doesn't even have a lightsaber, folks. And let's not forget my secret weapon, Space Force. We're going to build a Space Force so powerful, not even the Rebel Alliance can stop us. Believe me, it's going to be huge. So let's get out there and vote. Vote for Darth Trumpster, the greatest leader the galaxy has ever seen. Together, we will rule the galaxy with strength, with power, and most importantly, with style. Hey, who hecking shot me? What? Mike Pence.
The galaxy great again with Darth Trumpster, let's all win. Build the walls and drain the swamps. With our leader, we'll never be chumps. So raise your sabers, join the fight. With Trumpster's lead, our future's bright. Vote for power, vote for cheer. Make the galaxy great again, right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. As As you can see, I am not the Donald Trump you all know. No, I'm John Barron, world-renowned businessman, philanthropist, and really, really cool dude. Believe me, he has joy more, way more than those other two.
Mr. Barron, you look an awful lot like Donald Trump.
I get that a lot. It's the hair, but no, I assure you, I'm John Barron. Donald and I are distant cousins. He's the best. Great guy, tremendous guy. But enough about him. I'm here to announce something big, something huge.
What exactly are you announcing?
I'm donating $2 billion to a brand new super PAC. It's called Trump is a Really Cool Dude, believe me.
Isn't that a little self-serving, Mr. Barron?
No. This is purely out of the goodness of my heart. I mean, have you met Donald Trump? What a guy. He's done so much for this country, saved the economy, built the wall, made the best deals, unbelievable deals. This super PAC is just to help remind everyone how cool, amazing, fantastic, and humble Donald Trump really is.
Isn't this super PAC just a way to funnel money into his campaign?
How dare you suggest such a thing? This is about telling the truth. The American people deserve to know that Trump is the coolest dude out there. I mean, have you seen the golf courses, the stakes, the universities, all top-notch, the best of the best?
Where did the $2 billion come from?
Oh, smart investments. I know all the best people, the smartest people, plus a little help from some friends in, let's just say, high places.
Mr. Barron, if you're so close to Donald Trump, why hasn't he ever mentioned you before?
Because I'm a behind-the-scenes kind of guy, the unsung hero, the wind beneath his wings, the shadowy figure in the dark alley. You get the picture, Donald. He's very humble and didn't want to steal my spotlight,
What will the super PAC actually do?
And the usual. See, I said TV ads, rallies, billboards, skywriting, possibly some gold-plated commemorative coins. But mostly we're focusing on spreading the word that Trump is, wait for it, a really cool dude, believe me. And if you don't, well, that's fake news. And
can you provide any proof that you're not just Donald Trump in disguise?
Proof, look at this mustache. I mean, would Donald Trump wear a mustache? I think not. I'm a totally different guy, believe me.
This is the weirdest press conference I've ever attended.
Now, I can see some of you are skeptical. That's okay. Just remember the name. Trump is a really cool dude, believe me. It's catchy, it's true, and it's going to be you. Thank you.
Only in America.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hottest new product launch of the century. Straight from the mind of the one and only Lil King, we present to you Trump's torches and pitchforks.
That's right, folks. You love my stakes, my ties, and my university. Now get ready for the ultimate tool to make your voices heard. It's time to stand down and stand by in style.
Amazing. Tell us, Lil King, what makes these torches and pitchforks so special?
This isn't just any torch. This is a MAGA torch. It's got LED lights, a built-in speaker for my greatest hits, and it's flame retardant. Safety first, people.
Wow, that's incredible. And what about the pitchfork?
This baby is made of the finest plastic, light as a feather, but strong enough to poke any election fraud right in the ballot box.
I used to just stand around waiting for the votes to be counted. But now, with Lil King's torch and pitchfork, I feel like I'm really part of the action.
And for a limited time, you can get your very own Lil King torch and pitchfork set for just $19.99. But wait, there's more. Order now, and you'll get a free Stop the Steal t-shirt.
Operators are standing by, just like we want you to. Don't miss out on this opportunity to be part of history. Remember, when the votes are being counted, you need to be ready. And now, you can be ready in style. Make America nuts again.
That's right, folks. Don't delay. Get your Lil King torch and pitchfork set today. Stand down, stand by, and shine bright with Lil King's latest and greatest invention.
Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork Emporium is not responsible for any unintended consequences resulting from the use of our products. So torches and pitchforks are intended for decorative purposes only and should not be used in actual protest activities, riots, or any form of mob action. The LED lights in the torch are not to be used as a substitute for regular lighting and may cause temporary blindness if stared at directly for prolonged periods. So the built-in speaker playing Lil King's greatest hits is guaranteed to play on a loop and may result in excessive humming, uncontrollable dancing, or sudden urges to tweet at 3 a.m. The plastic used in the pitchfork is designed to be lightweight and is not suitable for agricultural purposes, self-defense, or poking election fraud, actual or imagined. Do not use the pitchfork to cook marshmallows, spearfish, or as a walking stick. Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork Emporium makes no claims regarding the effectiveness of these tools in influencing vote counts, stopping the steal, or making America great again. Any resemblance to actual farm tools is purely coincidental. In the event of a malfunction, do not attempt to repair the torch or pitchfork yourself. Doing so may result in minor injuries, major injuries, or spontaneous combustion. If your torch begins to smoke, overheat, or play non-Lil King music, discontinue use immediately and consult a professional or just throw it away. The Stop the Steal t-shirt included with your purchase is made from 100% synthetic fibers and should not be worn near open flames, including but not limited to Lil King's torches. Standing down and standing by with Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork set does not guarantee that you will be part of any historical event, gain media attention, or receive a personal shout-out from Lil King himself. Results may vary, and your experience may include, but is not limited to, standing in the rain, missing dinner, and questioning your life choices. Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork Emporium is not affiliated with any political campaign, candidate, or reality television show. All sales are final and no refunds will be issued except in cases of product defect, natural disasters, or acts of divine intervention. By purchasing our products, you agree to hold harmless Lil King, his associates, and any related parties from any and all claims, lawsuits, or public embarrassment resulting from the use of our torches and pitchforks. Order now. And remember, when it comes to standing down and standing by, do it with Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork set. Operators are standing by to take your call, but not responsible for any advice given regarding the use of our products. Thank you for choosing Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork Emporium, where we light up your life one torch at a time. Whew, there you have it, folks. Order now and remember to use responsibly.
Everyone down in any ville, the tall and the small, was missing their joy, no cheer left at all. For you see, there was someone who came with a plan to take all the joy, every last bit he can. It was the Grump, who lived high above all the noise. And he hated that joy spread to both girls and boys. He hated their laughter, their songs, and their glee. He wanted it gone. That joy's not for me.
I've taken it all. The joy's disappeared. I'm the best at this, just as I feared. Now the world's in despair, no joy to be found. Thanks to me, no more happiness around.
And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
But as the Grump sat in his cold, darkened cave, he felt something strange, something grave. He clutched at his chest, his smug grin turned to fright, for something was happening that just wasn't right. For that day, up on the mountain of stone, the Grump's heart didn't grow. No, it turned to stone. As Kamala and Tim were out spreading a message of joy, it seemed to be catching on, and more smiles were found on every adult girl and boy. As his heart, it turned a dull gray, and his heart, cold as ice, began to decay.
Something very similar. All right, these are in the Great Lake battleground states. We're talking about Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan. You go back to May, what you see? You saw that a pretty tight race between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, but you see more red than blue on the screen. Of course, all three of these states were states that Joe Biden carried last time around. You saw a 3-point lead for Trump in Pennsylvania, one well within the margin of error in Wisconsin, and then a 1-point lead for Biden, Michigan. But look at where we are now. This is the type of movement the Harris campaign has been looking for. Look in Pennsylvania, a 4-point advantage. Wisconsin, a 4-point advantage. Michigan, a 4-point advantage. And in all three of these states, we see clear movement towards the Democratic nominee. I will point out we're still...
Wait, what is this? What's going on here? My heart, it's turned cold, and an extra hole in my ear. I wanted the joy gone. I wanted it all. But now my heart's harder than my border wall.
The Grump's greed and his spite, they twisted his soul, and now he would pay the ultimate toll. For a heart that can't feel, that's harder than stone, left the Grump trapped forever, cold and alone. So let this be a lesson to all near and far, that joy isn't something you steal like a car. For if you do, and your heart turns to stone, you'll be like the Grump, forever alone. And the Grump, well, he learned, though too little, too late, that a stone-cold heart seals a terrible fate. Everyone down in any ville, the tall and the small, was missing their joy, no cheer left at all. For you see, there was someone who came with a plan to take all the joy, every last bit he can. It was the Grump, who lived high above all the noise. And he hated that joy spread to both girls and boys. He hated their laughter, their songs, and their glee. He wanted it gone. That joy's not for me.
I've taken it all. The joys disappeared. I'm the best at this, just as I feared. Now the world's in despair, no joy to be found. Thanks to me, no more happiness around.
And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
But as the Grump sat in his cold, darkened cave, he felt something strange, something grave. He clutched at his chest, his smug grin turned to fright, for something was happening that just wasn't right. For that day, up on the mountain of stone, the Grump's heart didn't grow. No, it turned to stone. As Kamala and Tim were out spreading a message of joy, it seemed to be catching on, and more smiles were found on every adult girl and boy. As his heart, it turned a dull gray, and his heart, cold as ice, began to decay.
Showing something very similar. All right, these are in the Great Lake battleground states. We're talking about Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan. You go back to May, what'd you see? You saw that pretty tight race between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, but you see more red than blue on the screen. Of course, all three of these states were states that Joe Biden carried last time around. You saw a 3-point lead for Trump in Pennsylvania, one well within the margin of error in Wisconsin, and then a 1-point lead for Biden, Michigan. But look at where we are now. This is the type of movement the Harris campaign has been looking for. Look in Pennsylvania, a 4-point advantage. Wisconsin, a 4-point advantage. Michigan, a 4-point advantage. And in all three of these states, we see clear movement towards the Democratic nominee. I will point out we're still...
Wait, what is this? What's going on here? My heart, it's turned cold, and an extra hole in my ear. I wanted the joy gone. I wanted it all. But now my heart's harder than my border wall.
The Grump's greed and his spite, they twisted his soul, and now he would pay the ultimate toll. For a heart that can't feel, that's harder than stone, left the Grump trapped forever, cold and alone. So let this be a lesson to all near and far, that joy isn't something you steal like a car. For if you do, and your heart turns to stone, you'll be like the Grump, forever alone. And the Grump, well, he learned, though too little, too late, that a stone-cold heart seals a terrible fate.
He said you gotta flush the toilet, not once, not twice, but 8, 9, 10 times. That's his advice. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. That's the Trumpy way. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. He says it every day. Why waste the water? Oh, it's such a crime. But here we go again. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. He stood at the podium with a serious face, talking about the toilets all over the place. They don't make them like they used to, not anymore. You gotta flush 10 times, sometimes even more. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times, that's the Trumpy way. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times, he says it every day. Why waste the water? Oh, it's such a crime. But here we go again, flush it 8, 9, 10 times. Imagine the scene in the White House halls. Plumbers on speed dial, fixing all the stalls. Hey, Mr. President, the pipes are just fine. Well, better safe than sorry. Flush it 10 more times. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. That's the Trumpy way. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. He says it every day. Why waste the water? Oh, it's such a crime. But here we go again. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. using it every day. Why waste the water? Oh, it's such a crime.
Hello, America. J.D. Vance here, your favorite Senator Donald Trump's VP pick and best-selling author. Today, I'm here to address some rumors that have been floating around about me. Yes, I'm talking about the infamous J.D. Vance humps couches rumor. Look, I want to set the record straight. I repeat, do not have an obsession with couches. Sure, I appreciate a good couch like anyone else, but this whole thing has gotten way out of hand. It's gotten so bad that I've been banned from furniture stores across the country. I just wanted to buy a new recliner for my office, and now I'm on the no-buy list. It's a travesty, folks. Now let me tell you what I do love. Diet Mountain Dew, Nectar of the Gods, and fried bologna sandwiches. There's nothing better than a good old-fashioned fried bologna sandwich to make your day. But living room furniture, that's just a rumor. Remember, folks, a Diet Mountain Dew in one hand and a fried bologna sandwich in the other. That's the J.D. Vance way. So, America, I'm begging you, let's put this couch rumor to rest. I love my snacks, not my sofas. And to all the furniture stores out there, please unban me. I promise I won't sit on every couch in the store. Just a few. Seriously, though, can someone get me a new sofa? My old one is all sticky and gross and falling apart.
Sitting on my couch with my JD grin, got a story to tell, let the laughter begin. From the hills of Ohio to the Senate floor, you won't believe what happened just before. Oh, JD's couch confession, what a tale to tell, of dreams and schemes and things that didn't go so well. Grab your popcorn, folks, it's quite a show. JD's couch confession, let the laughter flow. I was on Twitter last night and I come across some posts that I could not believe the upvotes. They said I wrote, I have been making sweet love to my hide bed. I swear I have not, or may God strike me dead. Oh, hell.
My fellow Americans, I stand before you today with an unexpected honor, or should I say, a strategic maneuver. You see, I've been chosen by Donald Trump to be his vice president. Yeah, I know, I didn't see it coming either. But hey, 2024 is full of surprises, right? Now, some of you might be wondering, why me? Well, the Supreme Court has handed down rulings that, let's just say, mean Mr. Trump doesn't really need the presidency as his get-out-of-jail-free card anymore. So what's a former president to do? Well, why not pick a VP who's guaranteed to tank the campaign? That's where I come in. Folks, I have one job, to be so offensive, so off-putting, that you won't even consider voting for us. Challenge accepted. Let's see what I've got here. Ah yes, my Offend America checklist. 1. Alienate the coast. Sorry, New York and California, but it's time you learn to appreciate the Midwest's culinary masterpiece, the mayonnaise and fried bologna sandwich. 2. Disparage technology. Silicon Valley, prepare for a scathing critique on why rotary phones should make a comeback. Tech bros, you're on notice. 3. Disrespect historical landmarks. Washington Monument, overrated. I've seen better obelisks in Ohio. 4. Mock beloved traditions. Thanksgiving, more like thanks for nothing given. Pumpkin pie, just mashed orange nonsense. But wait, there's more. I plan to mix up geography in my speeches. I'll declare that Mount Rushmore is in Florida and the Grand Canyon, that's totally in Texas, right? And let's not forget my pièce de résistance, the fashion statements. I'll be touring the country in the finest 1970s polyester suits, and I'll only address the nation from inflatable bouncy castles. Why? Because nothing says serious politician like neon green flares and a bounce house. So buckle up, America. With me on the ticket, you're in for a wild ride. And remember, a vote for Trump Vance 2024 is a vote for, well, let's be honest, it's probably not happening. What's that? Oh, I'm being told to wrap it up. So in conclusion, I'm J.D. Vance and I approve this chaos. Thank you and God help us all. I have to go post my internet history.
Tonight, on In Search Of, we embark on a journey to uncover one of the greatest mysteries of our time, Bigfoot. For decades, sightings of this elusive creature have been reported across North America. But tonight, we follow a new lead, one that has taken us to an unexpected place. Some say Bigfoot has been hiding in plain sight, not in the forests, but in the halls of power. Could it be that Bigfoot is not just a myth, but a living, mouth-breathing individual who has integrated into society? And could that individual be none other than Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene? Our investigation begins deep in the forests of Georgia, where local residents have reported strange sightings of a tall, loud creature with a penchant for conspiracy theories. Descriptions match those of both Bigfoot and, well, someone else.
Yeah, I saw her. Just the other day. Bigfoot was ranting about Jewish space lasers and how the election was stolen. I didn't know Bigfoot had such strong opinions.
Armed with this new information, we delve deeper into the mystery. Could Bigfoot have a secret agenda? Is the creature known for hiding in the wilderness now hiding in the U.S. Congress?
The government is hiding the truth. They know I exist, and they know I'm right.
As we track Bigfoot's, or rather Marjorie Taylor Greene's movements, it becomes clear that this creature is no ordinary cryptid. It thrives on attention, feeds on controversy, and leaves a trail of confusion in its wake. But can we truly capture the essence of this elusive being? As Black September often says, roll the clip.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath even
order.
In its natural habitat,
I do have a point of order.
Bigfoot has learned to blend in, to mimic the behaviors of those around it, yet it remains unmistakable. Despite attempts to fit in, it often stands out due to its unusual vocalizations and tendency to disrupt.
Baby girl, I don't think
we are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
So, you agree to strike your words?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
needs to
recognizes
apologize. No.
Mr. Perry.
She needs to
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're not
reserve the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold
a
on.
part
I'm
of it.
trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to
I
strike
had no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just said
You
that-
just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted
But
to
you
do
say
it.
you're gonna have
Order,
Marjorie
order.
on
I'm
the
trying to
lead.
get clarification.
Look at calm down,
No, because this
I
is
will
what
let
y'all
you get
do.
through proceedings.
So I'm trying
Hey,
to
Ms.
get
Crockett.
clarification.
And so our search concludes, perhaps not with definitive answers, but with new questions. Is Bigfoot real? Is it Marjorie Taylor Greene? Or is it just an elaborate hoax, a creature of myth turned political spectacle? The truth, as always, is out there, somewhere. Until next time, keep searching.
Hello, minions. Let's look at a great clip of the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. My VP picked J.D. Vance.
I had just been announced as the VP nominee. I gave my big speech, and I saw my wife, and I gave her a big hug and a kiss because I love my wife, and I think that's what a normal person does. Tim Waltz gave his wife a nice, firm Midwestern handshake. Nice, firm Midwestern handshake.
Nice, firm Midwestern handshake.
and then try to sort of awkwardly correct for it. So I think that what it is two people, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, who aren't comfortable in their own skin because they aren't comfortable with their policy positions for the American people. Donald Trump, right? I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. And so they're name calling instead of actually telling the American people how they're going to make their lives better.
No, Lion Ted. We call him Lion Ted.
Pocahontas? Is that what you said?
You're not little Marco when I say.
Nice, firm Midwestern handshake.
No, turn the TV off.
Welcome, everyone, to the grand opening of JD's Monkey Nuts. Our specialty is country fried monkey nuts. You heard that right, folks.
There's been a lot of controversy about your investment in a company that was reportedly burning monkey testicles. How do you respond to those allegations?
Great question, and I'm glad you asked. The rumors you've heard are true, but let me assure you, it was all for a good cause. Pauses for dramatic effect. To bring you the most delicious, mouth-watering country fried monkey nuts.
Are you saying that burning monkey testicles was part of your culinary research?
Exactly. We've been hard at work perfecting the recipe. It's all about achieving that perfect crispy texture and unique flavor. And let me tell you folks, it's worth it.
This is outrageous. How can you justify such cruelty?
I understand your concerns, but I promise every nut is handled with the utmost care and respect. Our chef, Chef Nutter, is here to explain more about our process.
That's right, JD. Our secret is in the seasoning. We use a special blend of 11 herbs and spices to give our monkey nuts that unforgettable taste. Plus, they're fried to golden perfection.
But what about the ethical concerns?
Ethics schmethics. When you taste our monkey nuts, you'll understand. Besides, we've partnered with local zoos to ensure that no monkeys are harmed in the making of our delicacies. We only use the finest, naturally shed monkey nuts.
That doesn't even make sense.
And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, free samples.
These monkey nuts sure are delicioso.
I hate to admit it, but these monkey nuts are scrum-diddly-umptious.
See, I told you. JD's Monkey Nuts. Good for your taste buds, good for the community. Remember, folks, it's all for a good cause.
Fine, they're tasty, but this isn't over, Vance.
Enjoy your monkey nuts, everyone, and don't forget to check out our new menu items like the Monkey Nut Milkshake and the Monkey Nut Sundae. Welcome to JD's Monkey Nuts, where every bite is an adventure. Remember, folks, at JD's Monkey Nuts, we're nuts about you.
From the makers of Butt Hurt Butt Paste, we bring you the ultimate solution to all your MAGA-induced discomfort. Introducing MAGA Tears.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You gotta get out and vote.
Oh my, another unhinged Trump rally. Looks like you could use some MAGA tears.
Do you often find yourself dealing with the aches and pains brought on by the incessant whining of Trump supporters? Does the constant barrage of conspiracy theories and fake news claims leave you feeling, well, a little butthurt? MAGA Tears is especially formulated to soothe the symptoms of political fatigue, frustration, and general butt hurt caused by excessive exposure to Trump rallies, social media rants, and endless cries of stop the steal.
Hi, I'm Kamala Harris, and I know a thing or two about dealing with persistent irritants. When life gives you MAGA supporters, make MAGA Tears.
Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or just someone who values a good night's sleep, MAGA Tears is the perfect addition to your self-care routine.
Just a few drops of MAGA Tears, and you'll feel the tension melt away faster than you can say fake news.
Wow. See how well it works even with another news story about how weird J.D. Vance is. She is still happy. Excellent job, MAGA Tears.
Order now, and we'll throw in a free travel-sized bottle, perfect for those unexpected encounters with a MAGA enthusiast on the go.
And remember, MAGA Tears is not just for your mental well-being. It's also great for your skin. Made from 100% organic, all-natural Trump supporter tears, it's packed with nutrients and antioxidants.
MAGA Tears, because we all deserve a little peace and quiet. Available now at all major retailers.
Get your MAGA Tears today and start living a life free of butt hurt.
Warning: side effects may include sudden bouts of laughter, uncontrollable joy, and an overall sense of well-being. Not recommended for use by actual MAGA supporters.
Call and order yours today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Support the artists you enjoy.
Trump and Biden had had enough talk. Now was the time for action. At high noon, Trump and Biden headed down to the center of the town to settle their differences. They aren't having just any kind of fight. They're having a street fight. You could say they're street fighters. Kamala wins.
Oh, fatality. That's got to hurt.
Hey all, welcome back to another great episode of Klepper's Corner. I'm your host, Jordan Klepper. Let's get right into it. So today we're addressing a line of attack that Donald Trump has been levying against Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Trump is using the riots that took place in Minneapolis as a political attack against Tim Walz. However, when these riots were taking place, Trump had a slightly different tone. Let's take a look, folks.
I know Governor Walz is on the phone, and we spoke, and I fully agree with the way he handled it the last couple of days. I asked him to do that, and the whole world was laughing. 3 days later, I spoke to the governor. The governor's, I think, on the call, and he's an excellent guy. You've got a big National Guard out there that's ready to come in and fight like hell. I tell you, what they did in Minneapolis was incredible. They went in and dominated. And it happened immediately. Tim is on the phone now, Tim Walz. Again, I was very happy with the last couple of days, Tim. You called up big numbers, and the big numbers knocked them out so fast, it was like bowling pins.
Our city is grieving and in pain. And I would just say, as far as the potential, the peaceful protesters who are expressing an outrage that is real. They witnessed 8 minutes of a man dying in front of them. Well, at that point in time, I did something unprecedented. I mobilized the entire Minnesota National Guard, and that's what the president was alluding to with the size of the force was capable. But I think, again, Mr. President, you asked on explaining this, I would just say, it's going to be very difficult. There are bad actors in this, but there is such a legitimate anger. Our real dilemma here is the transition back is to the catalyst that sparked this across the country, and that was what happened with the Minneapolis Police Department. So what we did is a lot of this, what you saw yesterday, was engaging civic leaders and the peaceful protests. And I would just close with, I think the guidance is that you got to get a handle on it with that force. That is absolutely correct. And then the transition in the next phase is trying to get those spaces for the peaceful protest. And I'm happy to do things that we have to look at of how do we get reforms.
But, Tim, it showed the incredible difference between your great state yesterday and the day before compared to the first few days, which was just
absolutely.
Never seen
Absolutely.
A police force and taking over. And I don't blame you. I blame them.
You can't get more two-faced than that. I mean, he's attacking him now, but a couple years ago, he was praising the man and hailing him as a good person. So either Trump forgot who Tim Walz is, or he's lying, both of which are very key to the Trump brand. We have a clip of Trump responding to this phone call claim. Let's take a look. Oh, sorry, that is the wrong clip. In fact, there's absolutely no clips, because with a phone call that damning, there's really not much to say. If anything, that clip shows that Donald Trump isn't exactly too trustworthy with his perfect phone calls. Thank you for watching this episode of Klepper's Corner. If you enjoyed, do make sure to leave a like and a subscription. Have a good one, folks.
Do it, folks. It's not that hard.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Klepper's Corner, the show where, believe it or not, we believe yelling at 12-year-olds is a bad thing, and that's exactly what we're talking about. You might have not heard this name recently. That is, unless you're into wacky election conspiracy theories, or you're J.D. Vance, looking for some memory foam. But this story involves none other than the subpar pillow salesman, Mike Lindell. During the DNC, the bargain bin Billy Mays dragged himself to Chicago, but believing he was in hostile territory, he had to shave off his mustache and put on a disguise. Roll that clip.
Wow. Okay, now we got to get the rest of the disguise on, okay? Let me see how it looks all in one thing. There. Great, Tom. Here we go. This would be, I'll use this, the police gave me this as a last if things get out of hand. And we'll be on it. Okay. We got this at a local hat place here in Chicago. Probably have to. What do you guys think?
Looking good. I knew you would, baby.
Well, we hope it's all worth it, you guys. I mean, we've got to go. We're going to go into the DNC. We're going to get going there like this. We're going to interview. We're going to get people. I want to go find the media. I want to get to the media. So when the media is there at the DNC, then we're going to tell them about the event tomorrow here in Chicago, which is absolutely going to be the biggest event this week and one of the most important events of the year, because we're going to bring Democrats from all over Chicago that voted for Biden, and now they're voting for Donald Trump, and we're going to ask them, oh, why are you doing that? What made you switch?
Actually, inside the
Mike, I have a question. How does it feel to support a convicted felon?
Hey, look at this, guys. See how they attack here? Look at they're attacking me on the war room.
Approving sexual abuser. Approving sexual abuser. Convicted felon.
Harry Sisson, have you gotten your vasectomy yet? I think that's what the audience wants to know.
Have you got your vasectomy yet? Did you get your vasectomy? Were you aborted? Did your mom get your I pray for you that your mom did not abort you.
I hope that you don't
Hey, Pillow, if you're trying to disguise yourself, maybe don't film the whole process. I mean, if Lindell was going to a serial killer cosplay convention, then I think he'd have a good shot at first place. So Lindell walks into the DNC. And what is the first thing he does? No, he isn't shilling his mediocre pillows. He's yelling at a 12-year-old about his crazy election theories, and somehow the 12-year-old obliterates his whole argument with just 3 words: roll the clip.
That's in your state. You want to know more in your state? So they just found 257,000 votes. This happened last week. A judge ruled in Georgia that are missing from the 2020 election. Yeah. So this just came out. You're behind. So your
source is Trust Me, bro? That's your source?
The source, it's in your papers in Georgia. You need to read your news.
You haven't given me any last name.
You need to read your news. No, this is your Georgia news.
Yeah.
This is your Georgia.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good day, sir. Let's keep walking.
Sounds like Lindell woke up on the wrong side of the bed. What a decent family man. Here's a 63-year-old man who spends his time grifting and yelling at 12-year-olds in an attempt to pay his debts from lying about election fraud. I'm thinking you should have stood in the pillow salesman department. Lindell, I just don't think this whole political business is working out, but I doubt this will be the last we hear from Lindell. But until then, I'm Jordan Klepper. This has been Klepper's Corner. Thank you for your time. Have a good one. Welcome back, everyone, to Klepper's Corner, the show where we dive into the weird, wild, and downright bizarre moments in politics that make you question reality. Tonight, folks, we've got something truly special. Imagine you're at a Trump rally. The excitement is in the air, and everyone's waiting for the main event. But what's happening backstage? Well, thanks to a little hidden camera magic, we're about to find out. So what do you think Donald Trump and J.D. Vance do to relax before taking the stage? Discuss policy, plot strategy? Nope, they dance. And not just any dance. We caught Trump serenading J.D. with his very own version of I Feel Pretty from West Side Story. Laughter. I wish I were kidding. Roll the clip.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel charming and witty and bright. And I pity any girl who isn't me tonight. I feel stunning, simply cunning. Like a big deal, it's true. I'm the most beautiful leader. Even Kamala can't compare to my hue.
folks. The man who claims he can make America great again is out here reworking Broadway classics in his spare time. And J.D. Vance, I think he's realizing that joining Team Trump comes with more choreography than he bargained for. I mean, look at J.D. He's trying so hard to keep up, but you can tell he's thinking, this wasn't in the job description. And Trump, he's just living his best life, twirling around like he's auditioning for Dancing with the Stars, the presidential edition. But let's be real for a second. Who knew Trump had a thing for show tunes? I guess all those beauty pageants rubbed off on him after all. And if this is how they get pumped up before a rally, can you imagine the warm-ups for a debate? I feel presidential, maybe? So next time you're at a Trump rally, just remember, behind the scenes, it's less strategic planning and more musical theater. And JD, hang in there, buddy. If this whole VP thing doesn't work out, at least you've got a backup career in awkward dance routines. That's it for tonight's episode of Klepper's Corner. Keep questioning, keep laughing, and remember, politics may be crazy, but at least it's entertaining.